Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity Podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 30. 30, so that's a round number and means probably I should reintroduce myself to you guys. For all the new viewers and new subscribers, very warm welcome to you guys. And of course you returning viewers know me already a bit, but maybe there's something new to add to my introduction, who knows. You can find me online, of course, as Carolien, Instagram, Twitter, Revelry, kind of everywhere, Facebook, and also in the end screen you can see the whole list of where you can find me. Then there is the Colourful Creativity group on Revelry. You can find it in the group section there. There is my blog with show notes and information about my yarn and my beads and my personal life and everything interesting. It's blog.kralien.nl, and then there is the Etsy shop, which is kralien.etsy.com or colourfulcreativity.nl, and probably soon .com as well, but we're in the process of doing those things also. What can I say? I'm Carolien. I live at the border of the Netherlands and Germany on the Dutch side, in Enschede, together with my husband and my two Cornish Rex cats who come by in these videos often. At the moment they are just relaxing. One is next to me here on the heater because it's time to put on the heat again, and then they love just to lie there. I think I have a clip of Laia who almost fell off. She fell off and I was too late to grab the camera, so I did it later when I thought she would, but she just nearly did, but she didn't. So, oh well. Maybe someday I will manage to grab that moment because it's really too freaking funny. I'm an indie dyer and I am a bead maker. I make glass beads and do that in my studio, my lampwork studio. At home. I am now fully self-employed since the 1st of August, so that's like 2 months now, and I love it. So people have been asking how it is leaving the job and how I'm doing. Well, I'm doing a lot better, and maybe I'm not making as much money yet as I was in my office job, but I can tell you I am way more relaxed and a lot better for my health. There is some stressful things with my husband and his job, but those are in the past as well. He's going to look for something else also, and I can say that now because the word is out to other people and everyone knows who needs to know. So lots of things have changed in the past few weeks, but I think they are all just for the better. And that's really an improvement with all the stress we had in the past couple of years. Not just from a job, but also physically and health, etc. It was not the best years. So we hope the best years are to come now. Actually, we are having a celebration today because we are together for 14 years today. And it's also my father's birthday today. That's very nice to remind your 14 years on. But, well, he's not here with us anymore, like I told you last time. And we just celebrate our big day now. So yes, what else can I tell you? Are there things you want to know? Because you can always ask me a question and I can answer it in the next episode, of course. I don't think there's a lot to tell about me. Not much going on. So this is not my usual recording day. It's Wednesday and I'm recording now because my husband is having a mini vacation the next 2 days and we are going away on tomorrow to the sauna, and the day after we just want to spend together, and the weekend is also already fully booked. So I thought I might as well record today and hopefully edit and then upload it tomorrow or the day after. I don't think I will have any extra finished objects to add, so I thought, well, just record it now while I have the time. She's just out of reach of the camera. I will show her to you. There she is. The little missus is washing herself. So, first of all then, this is of course a knitting and spinning and creative yarn thingy podcast, and I'm showing you all the things I create and I worked on, etc. And first of all, there is a finished object. Hooray! I finished my Jelly Roll socks, and the Jelly Rolls is a pattern by Mara Catherine Briner. I think it was Orange Knits on Instagram. And I used 2 different kinds of yarn because it needs 2 yarns, and I skipped the striping here because that made the sock too tight. So I thought I would just do a contrasting toe and a beautiful heel. And of course these rolls of ribbing. Yeah, it's not ribbing, but the ankle. Yarn I used is Knit Picks Stroll Punky Hand Painted for the colorful stuff. And this blue one is a Idena Robust, which I think is something Scandinavian. I think it was Danish. And I got it somewhere very cheap in the leftover grab box. You know how that goes. When you see nice yarns, you just take it. So I really like it, and I haven't worn them because I wanted to show them to you pretty. But now I can wear them, and I already wove in all the ends, which is of course very good for me, as you know, maybe, for all the returning viewers. So yes, they are really finished. I really love the pattern, and I am definitely planning on making more of these. I love this rolled ribbing and how easy it is not to do a knit 1 or purl 1 or a knit 2, purl 2 thingy, just straight and let it roll. So that was my finished object. And then we go on to the big whip in my Creations by Kaz bag. And there is a cardigan in here in the making, or actually it is a sweater at the moment because it has to be steeked. Let me see if I have all my stitches. Yes, I do. And I did quite a fair amount, as you can see from this marker. There were all the raglan increases, and I already split for the sleeves. So now I have something real, and that's really awesome. I'm not far beyond the sleeves actually, but I know this already was a lot of work because you have so many stitches if you have those sleeves still on. And I thought I would try it on, but I couldn't because my cable is too short, which was pretty silly because I only put in one arm and the armhole was big enough, and then I could put in my head also, but it was like this way around me. It was pretty silly, but I think it will fit fine. And it will be a cardigan, so I can always make the button bands a bit wider if it really is that small. But I cannot imagine because I'm using a simple sweater pattern where I added 7 stitches for the steek and then took a needle size bigger than recommended for the yarn, and I think 2 needle sizes bigger than recommended for the pattern. So this must be big enough. And this was actually a trial sweater cardigan for the course I was going to teach, but I had to cancel because my other teacher that is way more experienced in sweater knitting than I am, because this is my first, had to cancel, which was really sad, but the people who were interested said, oh well, we can do it next year sometime and not a problem. And that's always nice to hear, right? And we do plan to teach the sweater, but we still need to make a nice pattern for it. So when that happens, it's all gonna be fine. The yarn I'm using is Scheepjes Stonewashed XL, and this is the color Blue Apatite. You can see it there. Hello. Is it? What do you want? So yes, and I am knitting these on Haya Sharp interchangeables, the big size, and this is a 6mm needle. They feel like broomsticks when you are used to maximum 2.5mm, but that's okay. So let me get this back in. I will put it back afterwards because it's taking too long. And then I am making something else, and it came from the same project bag. I just took it out. As you can see, it's the same yarn, the Scheepjes Stonewashed XL. And this is a kind of hand warmer fingerless mitten, which is pretty nice and warm. I think it should be a little bit longer, so your fingers are not getting cold like this. But hey, that's when you try something. I just knit up the pattern by myself. I just fooled around a bit with the yarn and the needles, and then I thought, oh well, this is nice. And I think it is nice. It's nice and warm, and I really like it. And this is what I'm gonna use to teach people how to knit in a round on circular needles. So it's a basic workshop to teach people how to work with a circular needle, but also people who cannot knit and want to learn to knit immediately on circular needles instead of the big broomsticks. No! She's not usually loud. What is it? What is it? You want to talk as well? You want to talk as well? Yeah, that's fine. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. It's the 20th of October if you are local, and I still have a few spots left. And the blue is not the only color you can use. I am ordering a few colors of the Scheepjes Stonewashed XL. I still have to do that, but the delivery from Scheepjes is like, I order it today and I will have it tomorrow. So I will order that next week if I know everyone who is coming and which color they would like, because I just asked, what color would you like? And I thought I will just order those colors. And then next time I will order the other colors they have. I can't just order every color this time. Then there is one more work in progress at the moment. And this is in my own Colourful Creativity bag. And actually it's not even a Colourful Creativity bag because it doesn't have the logo on it. And it is the first one I made. And I was a bit stupid because I didn't know how to do the nice ends, the boxed ends. So they are the wrong way around. I just cut it off and I thought, oh no, that's not how it works. But it's fine for a very, very small project like this. And this is a fingerless mitten as well. But this time it is knit with a thumb. And I will show you the pattern first. Because these are the Fall in Love fingerless mittens by Herzblatt Regina. You can see it with the cable pattern. which is pretty, really, really pretty. And I really have to keep my mind to it because every row is different. So it's a bit more difficult than that nice mitten I already knit. Let me get this one out. And here can you see what I did since last time I showed you. The whole cable and the thumb is already separated. I just did that this morning. So I managed to do quite a bit. And I really like knitting on these. I am not sure if I'm really fond of knitting a cable of 8 stitches because it's really tough, and especially because I'm knitting these very tight on a 2.5mm needle. Let me see if I can show you. Like, this should fit. It's pretty interesting, I can tell you. And of course my thumb doesn't fit yet because I don't have enough stitches, but it does fit and it's really nice and warm. I am using, it's a hand dyed by me, a sport weight kinda 100% merino, but maybe you can see it's all fluffy and a bit felting. I dyed this with a color that didn't need that much dye as I thought, and instead of trying it on a cheaper yarn, I just put in the expensive skein. What was I thinking? I have 2 of these highlighter orange or safety orange balls that probably will bleed a lot, but that's okay. I will just use them myself for these kind of things. I love orange and I have a dark blue coat, so I think I can manage to make some pretty mittens with these, and then maybe a hat or a shawl. It's still nice and soft, even though it's a bit felted for superwash. I washed it and I washed it and I washed it and I washed it, and I think it went in the washing machine for 3 times as a skein. And I can tell you, that wasn't funny to ball up. But hey, that's my husband thing. I am knitting these on High Iron Sharps 2.5mm, 100cm cable. And yeah, I think that was it to tell you. I really do have to cast on the second one immediately because I know myself. These are taking a bit long because of the cables. And instead of second sock syndrome, I might get second mitten syndrome with these. Like the other one, I know I have to knit another one at the workshop I'm teaching. So I can wait until next week to make that. But with this one, I really want them ready to take to the Leaky Puffin Knit Palooza. And yeah, it would be nice if I could finish them before the end of the month, because that means they would count as a finished object in a knit along. So maybe I just have to skip that cardigan because I cannot finish that because my shoulders are hurting from all the minis I made. And I have to be a bit more careful with my knitting and all the washing of the skeins, and my body says you have to do a little bit less. So I will listen to my body now. You think, what's she doing? Well, this mister wants his attention. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. He's really standing pretty. And that's my chair. Okay. So, in things of knit along, I have wound up a new cake already. And this is Malabrigo worsted. I think the colorway was Emerald. I'm not sure, but I will put that under here. And this is going to be a hat I am going to make. And it's going to be just a simple hat. I'm thinking of a cabled brim and then just straight knitting. And I really like that cabled ribbing. So I think I will just make it myself. And the other skein, if you haven't seen the last episode, is a hand dyed by me rainbow sparkle skein. And in Utrecht you can buy some skeins of that at Sticks and Cups, and there's also a sample from it. So you can see how it looks knit up. Or you can see that on Instagram or in the last episode where I showed it. So I guess that is it for whips and planned whips. I even hope I can show you a finished hat next time. Or if I manage to record next week, I hope to show you that I cast it on. Because I have been casting things off, but all the new cast-ons are probably kinda finished or very good progress or ripped out again. I have cast on a knitted knocker for like 6 times because I'm trying out a new pattern. Instead of knitting it flat, we are trying to make a pattern for in the round, and I'm testing it, so I still have to make one. And I was almost ready to fill it up because you have to put the stuffing in there when you are at 3/4, and then I measured and I was like a whole centimeter short. So yeah, I need to adjust my gauge when I knit in a round because the purling is looser than a knitting, which makes the whole knocker a bit bigger. And that is the right size, so I am going up 2 needle sizes now to make sure I get the right size, because you cannot give away things that are not the right size. So then let me show you what I have else. Yes, we are at the acquisitions. Yes, the fun part, because I actually have something to show you thanks to some lovely people. And I was in a swap with someone in the US, and I sent her package already in January, which was already late. And she was supposed to send me something back, a whole box full of Patton's Croy, especially some clover. I think she had 6 balls of that for me, and I think there were like 20 balls of Patton's in there, supposedly. And some fabrics and nice stuff. I think the package I sent her was worth more than 100 euros, and that was excluding shipping. So I went shopping for her. But I still haven't gotten anything back, and she's been ignoring me for over a month, so I think it's safe to say I will not be getting anything. And I posted on Instagram if there was someone who had some Patton's Croy clover. Well, I had 3 responses, and they were all really nice. And the first one said she had knitted it and she had ripped it because she didn't have enough for the toe and she didn't want to knit it again. So here are 2 balls of Patton's Croy clover for me. And this was so lovely already, because I said, what do you want for it? I can pay for it, I can pay for shipping, I can swap with you. No, I'm just sending it to you, which was awesome. And I forgot to ask if I was allowed to say her name, so I'm not going to do that. And that was not all she sent me. She sent me a lovely card, which I left on the table, but I would have not showed you the inside anyways. She also sent me this beautiful skein of hand-dyed yarn from Spin Godin. And I know she is a news dyer, and she is on Etsy, and this is really awesome. Let's see my nose. Fiber fluff. The colorway is copper, and this is a 75-25 sock yarn, 400 meters, needle size 2.5 to 3, and I think it is, even for a sock yarn, pretty soft with a 75-25. It's a superwash wool, so I don't know if it's virgin wool or if it's a merino, but if I feel it, it feels almost like a merino. So that's really nice. And I was having a very bad day yesterday. I was in a lot of pain because I did too much in the days before. I could hardly get out of bed. So when this came, I first was crying because I had so much pain. And then I was crying because people are just so terribly nice. And I really, really, really love it. So, yes, yesterday was a very, very nice day in the end. Because that was not the only acquisition I got yesterday. I'm not sure if you remember the time almost like a year ago where I said I wanted to get a spinning wheel. And I couldn't get a spinning wheel. Maybe I wasn't even podcasting then. That's also a possibility. Well, I couldn't get a spinning wheel because my husband said, no, you cannot get another hobby. And I was like, no, I shouldn't get another hobby. That's not good for me. It's better not to do so. And then I did get a spinning wheel. I got my Woolmaker's Bliss secondhand and it was just beautiful. And my husband said, okay, that's not the old-fashioned huge ass spinning wheel he had in mind. So it was okay with him. And then I said, well, maybe I want to get another one. And he said, no, one is okay. You can only get another one if you clear out a lot of your other things. And I have a lot of craft stuff on the attic. But these are all nicely packed in boxes and stackable, and that is not what a spinning wheel is. So I can't get another spinning wheel. But then I posted online on Facebook because we want to build a rescanner ourselves. So I can maybe rescan with my feet instead of doing it on my niddy noddy by hand because my shoulders hurt so much. And I got a message from someone in like 15 minutes already that she had one, but that's like 150 kilometers of driving. So, and it was one that had to be fixed a little and it wasn't super cheap. Like, yeah, it's 30 euros, so it's not really expensive, and you have to add the drive, the kilometers and the gas for it. But that's okay. So we were gonna do that on Friday. And yeah, then I got a message the day before yesterday from a dear friend who lives in Enschede who said, well, I have one in my attic and you can come and pick it up for free. I was like, what? That is just amazing. And we went there yesterday and it was not only the spinning wheel, it was complete and it had the scanner on it. And it had a spindle with it and it had the hand carders with it. But the hand carders are pretty dirty, so I'm not sure if I can clean them. They look like they have mold on it. They haven't been used in like 20 years from what I heard of her. And it was in their attic for so long. And she even found back her old dye pot, which was a old-fashioned Wek pan, a huge pot it is, with a thermometer in it and even little jars of cochineal and other natural dye stuff, which is like awesome. And I all got it for one big hug and a kiss and helping her out with a German pattern. So it's like amazing yesterday, all the things I just got as a gift. So yeah, I'm pretty astonished by that. And I made a little clip of the wheel. It's a Louis S10, I believe. And the Wek pot I got, the dye pot. And it's huge. I can easily put in 8 skeins at once in there. And my biggest one is now like 8, maybe 6. So yeah, I'm really, really happy. And yeah, I've been looking around on my shawl and I haven't even showed it to you. I cannot put it off because I attached it here. But this is a South Bay shawlette. And this is from a course or a class I taught, or a workshop, how you want to call it. And this is from mustard yellow to bright pink. And I cast this on the evening of the workshop. And then I gave this to my granny because my granny can't knit anymore, but she can crochet and she loves doing it. Oh, it's getting loose. Then I will get this one out. It's just like a little snap. And when I show this to you, you can see it's not finished yet. Because here you can see we were short a little bit of yarn. So I have to rip out the outer side. But I didn't feel like it yet. I might even try and get this exact same yarn color in the store. Oof! Binx just farted. He's sitting here. It's a nasty little bugger. You has a nasty foo-foo. Yes, a nasty foo-foo. Well, he has to make his impressions. Normally Laya is the fart one. This is not really a farty one. Oh well, no, other side. So the yarn is Unicat lace yarn, and it's an unplied 4-ply. Yeah, something like that. It's 4 threads, and this colorway was called zinnia, like the flowers. I'm not sure what they are called in English because it's all German stuff. In Dutch they are zinnia's. So yes, and I really love it, and I think that the mustard should go on my face because I'm not really a pink person. I'm more of a mustard person, but as a little row on the side I like it, so maybe I will rip it out so it's a little bit less pink and a little bit more orangey like this. But yeah, I do love how it looks, and it's really a nice accent. This is like, oh, that's decent, and then there's this bomb accent. You know I love my color pops. So then there is shop news. I'm looking at my notes now, and I'm seeing that I have a skein left because I wanted to send 3 skeins to Utrecht, to Sticks and Cups, to sell there. But then someone said, oh, I want one. So I said, oh well, I can send 2 to Utrecht and 1 to you, and I can dye more. So here it is, another skein of mint chip. And I can tell you, this is gonna be a regular because I really do love it. This is a 80-20, so it's a soft sock with 80% merino, 20% nylon, 400 meters. And here it is, all caked up. These will be minis for mini sets that will also come later next month. And here I knit up a sample. This is 64 stitches on a 2.5 millimeter needle, and I have to say I knit quite tight because I compared it to my mother, and she now has a 2 millimeter needle to knit her socks with, and that's coming kind of close to my 2.5 millimeter. So it is not self-striping, it is pooling, but it looks like self-striping, and I love it. I normally don't like pooling, but this is so cute, going round and round and round, that I definitely want to dye more of that. And all the other colors I mentioned, like the pineapples, Pineapple Party, Flamingo Hip, Lavender Lover, and Purple Pansies are also like this because they are all dyed in the same way. And then you have the little black speckles in it. Thanks, Binx. That was my camera. So that is the shop news, what is going to Utrecht. Also 2 skeins of Rainbow Silver Sparkle are in the parcel I posted this morning. So hopefully tomorrow at midnight there will be some new yarns. And also some new bags from Made by Beer. She did oh, I'm on the road to recovery. No, just kidding. I'm on the road to the yarn store bags, which are awesome. And the I knit so I don't kill people, which I really, really love as well. And I have a couple of those, of course. And yeah, that's going to Utrecht, all of it. I do not have any yarn in the shop at the moment, but I do have something very, very special. I talked about the collaboration I was going to do with Petra from Undercover Order. We were going to do something really, really awesome, I told you last time. And we did put it online now. We are doing a advent calendar for Christmas. So at the end of the year, you have a gift every day from us to you. And the contents is of course a big surprise, but I can tell you we will have 8 mini skeins of 10 gram per person, which means 16 in total for you guys, and 8 awesome thingamajig notions, all the nice things you need as a knitter or crocheter. And we have some teasers on Instagram. We are showing one step clearer every day, and the last one is going out today or tomorrow. So it's still not super clear and it's still black and white, so it is a surprise what you get. But one thing I can tell you, there will be a glass stitch marker of the snowman. That's what I can tell you. And those minis, and the rest is a big surprise. And it's not only 24 days, because we are just loving this so much. You will get some extras, really awesome extras actually. And yeah, we're really proud that we can make that happen. We already sold 1/3 of it. It's a very, very limited edition because we both have a lot of other things going on. And shipping should be around the 14th of November, but probably a week before, especially for international. The Dutch post will probably be the 14th to the 20th, but it's a pre-order on Etsy. The costs are 75 euros, excluding shipping costs. And what will be in that package is way over 75 euros. It's probably 90 to 100. So it's gonna be an awesome gift to yourself for the Christmas days. And for those of you who do not like Christmas, which I can totally relate to, with all the messy family stuff and people who like to kill each other at dinners, etc. You just have a very nice thing for yourself every day until Christmas from the 1st of December. So yes, I'm really looking forward to do that stuff and package it and make it pretty for you guys. And Petra is also coming here to make all the packages and make it work. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. And having sold already 1/3 in 4 days is like super duper awesome. So I really hope we get sold out and we can yeah, give you guys a very nice December month. So yeah, I think that was all I wanted to chat about. We're at almost 40 minutes, so my throat hurts a bit, and I understand why. I've been chatting a lot. There's one thing I have to tell you also, that is that there still is a coupon code for the Frog Peak Creations Etsy store. I keep forgetting that, but not this time. It's 10% off if you use Geluk 2016. Geluk is the Dutch word for luck. And check Monique out, because Monique is super duper awesome. And she went to Knit City in Canada and had so many nice things. I so wished I could go to Knit City. It sounds so cool. Meeting up with Tin Can Knits, and both of Tin Can Knits were there, which is super duper awesome. And she got me a signed copy of the new book Mad Color, and I so love her for that. And then there was Caterpillar Green Yarns, and I also know she got me one of those skeins, which I really, really wanted. I'm so pleased. So yes, there are very nice acquisitions coming, but they are coming and they take their time. Canada mostly takes like 6 to 8 weeks, which is a really long time, but that's okay. We can wait. And I'm making a very nice package for Monique as well. And so what I wanted to say is check out her Etsy store. She makes very pretty project bags. And I hope you enjoy her coupon code while it lasts, because it's still the end of the year. You're gonna say goodbye to Binx. So with that, I am saying goodbye. Are you gonna eat my flower? Yeah, I know you. And I will see you back next time, probably just 2 weeks, maybe 1 week. I have to see how much I can knit. At the moment it's going really slow. I can do like 4 rows a day, which is not a lot. And we will see how far we go with that. So, Binx is going to sit down nicely now. Yes, paw there. Your paw there, of course. And I will say have a nice weekend, or whenever you're watching, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.